Yo, what's happening guys, and welcome back to another video, and welcome back to the second part of our series where we're going to be going through some of the older races I've had through the year, some of the ones I just haven't had the time to upload. And for this one we're taking part in the Elite Karting Series at Three Sisters Circuit in Wigan. And as mentioned in the previous video, we were racing in the lightweight class, but for this one we decided to step up to our own weight class. So basically we're racing in lightweights and heavyweights at the same time. And in the heavyweights this year we had a stacked bunch of drivers, probably one of the most stacked fields I've seen in a while. So basically we had my teammates Ross, Hayden and Colin were fighting for the championship. All absolutely rapid drivers wherever they go. And we had a lot of other quick drivers. We had people like Saul Gregory, who was my teammate for the Le Mans 24 hour. It was actually the weekend before this. Me, Ross and Hayden, Colin, Saul, Lewis Jolly, Alex Haig, Ian Wilson, the list just goes on and on. There's a lot of good drivers in this one. And Three Sisters Circuit is quite a notorious circuit for slipstream, especially in these higher karts as they top out and it just becomes a massive slipstream fest. And jumping into our quali lap, it was a bit greasy, not too much that it affected the grip too much, it just had like little snaps here and there. As you see, our teammate Colin ahead makes a bit of a mistake, and that's not ideal for us because we're both on our quali lap and we're basically on his bumper. And at this point we had to decide if we were going to push him along or if we were going to go for the overtake. And if we went for the overtake, we'd probably ruin both of our qualifying, so I just decided to push him along. And I brake early to go into this corner here. He brakes a bit too late, makes another bit of a mistake and goes over the curbs. Now going into the final corner, try to brake on point once again. As you can see there, Colin gets a bit of a snap, runs a bit wide, and I just decide to send it across the line and see where I can qualify. So after leading the practice session by about 2/10, we end up qualifying in 5th. It's a bit unfortunate, obviously I didn't realise the qualifying had started, so I would have spaced myself out, but I thought having a slipstream was worth it. But P5, we can work from there. Let's see how we get on in Heat 1. So instantly jumping into Heat 1, off the line, managed to get P4, go around the outside here, carry our momentum, get around the outside of Lewis, instantly jump to the inside, up the inside of Ian, and now we're up into P2 after the first two corners. Now we're in the slipstream of the driver ahead. You're about to see the power of the slipstream and the power of our car. Instantly managed to get past the driver ahead. And we didn't really know at this point because of the first race, but I did manage to pull the rocket. Kart 7, probably one of the quickest karts this day. If you knew how to drive this kart, you'd win. As you're about to see later on in this video, some people couldn't win in this kart, which was quite surprising. But yeah, this kart just felt insane to drive. Felt perfect. You could be so smooth in this kart. It was just that kart you just love to drive. So instantly skipping on. The goal in this one was to obviously break the slipstream, which we managed to do quite early on, as slipstream will outpower an overpowered kart. That's how powerful slipstream is. So jumping onto our fastest lap here, we'll run you through a lap of Three Sisters Circuit. Going into the second corner, left-hander, keep it smooth throughout. Hit all your apexes, give a pause to Brad as well. Going into this left-hander here. Open up the right-hander a little bit, not too much. Now going down the long main straight. If you're in slipstream in the straight, you'll probably gain about nearly a second. That's just how powerful slipstreaming is in these karts. Into this right-hander here. keep it smooth. Very minimal steering for me. I don't really like using the steering wheel, to be honest. Going into this small kink left-hander into the final hairpin, probably the biggest braking zone of the track. Not really moving the steering wheel either. Going across the line, and with that lap we take the win, and we also take the pole position for the next race. I think we took pole by about 3 or 4 tenths, which was quite surprising as I didn't really have any slipstream. But yeah, let's see how we get on in the next one. Now jumping straight into Heat 2, after having the perfect start to the day in Heat 1 with the P5 to P1 and fastest lap, that put us on pole for Heat 2. And now my goal in this one was obviously to hopefully win again, but I could tell off the start as we were getting bumped down this little straight here that my kart did feel a little sluggish. However, luckily it wasn't too bad. It was just a bit slow on bottom end, which you don't really need too much around this circuit as you're flat out almost everywhere. So in this one I was just trying to defend a bit off the start, hope everyone behind me just started fighting, and then maybe I could pull away a bit as we were getting pushed about quite a bit. That was happening quite a lot on this day. I think people didn't realise how much speed they were carrying into the corners, and they just like go into the back of you. So a couple laps later, into the last hairpin, I'd defend. However, the driver around the outside gets a much better run than me. Try and run him a bit narrow here, but he does hold it around the outside, which turns into the inside of this corner here, and he manages to get through. And following him through, we have Ian Wilson, Saul Gregory and Hayden. So in the space of them 2 corners we lost 4 positions. Obviously it isn't too bad round here, just due to the fact that the positions are changing quite a lot due to all the slipstream and all the fighting. I think this made it quite fun on the day, because if you look at the track map on paper, it is a bit boring. There's not really any technical sections. It's just like long straights and long corners, but all the slipstream and all the fighting made it really fun, and I really enjoyed this one. So going into the first corner, going to the left-hander, look for a move on Saul here, managed to send it up the inside, actually made a little tap on his back. I didn't realise I'd done that in the kart, but watching it back you can see I made a little tap there. Now I asked him to work together with me and hopefully catch up to the back of the driver's head. Now you can see the leader defending quite a lot. This was giving me a bit of encouragement that, you know, hopefully we can still win it. The leader's battling quite a lot. As mentioned in the previous race, it's very hard to break the slipstream. You have to have a very good car. You basically have to have the drivers behind you fighting quite a lot. I think in this one everyone realised that they were making sure the driver in P1 didn't break the slipstream. So yeah, as we skip on a couple laps here, I'll show you the difference in my car. Going into this corner here, I make a little tap on the driver ahead, nothing intentional. You see, it didn't ruin my momentum too much. Going down the straight, as you can see there, it's dropping me by about 3, 4, 5 kart lengths. This was happening like almost every lap. It's a bit of a shame, but looking back, it wasn't that bad. The worst kart on this day, and yeah. So going to this corner here, the driver in P2 decides he has enough. Goes up the inside of Hayden. We tried to follow him through. Unfortunately, didn't make it work, so we have to tuck back in. Hayden asks me to work together with him, and I decide to play it smart, and I realise, you know, we don't want the driver in P1 to get away, so I just tell him to go. So my goal in this one was to try and get as many points as I could. See, after the first race with the win, I was leading the points. And in this format you don't have a final, so your goal is just to get as many points in the heats, and that determines the podium. going into this corner here, Hayden decides he's had enough and he wants to just try the wet racing line, which doesn't work out for him. And now I've found my opportunity to go for the lead. So we skip on to the next lap. I knew we didn't have much time left, so I decided to send it up the inside of the leader. Pretty clean move there. Make sure he doesn't hold around my outside this time. And defend going into the next corner here, just so he doesn't lunge up the inside. Get a bit of a tap there, which unsettles me a bit as we go a bit wide, but nothing too much as we're just getting bumped. That's basically the power of the slipstream. You're just getting bump draft everywhere. Now as we skip on to the next lap, I knew we didn't have much time left in the race as the races are quite short, so I was trying my best to defend here. Going into the last corner here, I managed to hold it around the outside. However, the driver behind me gets a much better run, is able to get up the inside. We take the second corner quite narrow, which means Hayden gets a much better run than us here and is able to get up the inside. Now I think Hayden knew as well at this point we didn't have much time left as we'd been racing for quite a bit. Most likely this was the last lap or the penultimate lap. And you can see Hayden now, we've had enough of working together. The goal is just to try and win the race on this one. And my goal was just to go for a move on Hayden if he left the door open, which I was looking to do it in the last corner here. However, Hayden plays it a bit smart. He opens up the door, but he misses the apex slightly, just so if I go for a move, he can hold it around the outside, which he does very well. And after that, I lose out to Saul and the guy driving the orange helmet. But we managed to hold it up the inside of Saul here. And now we know there's no more time left. If we're going to get a move done, we're going to get it done here. Going through Luna Bend, get a very good run on the driver ahead, tucking in the slipstream. As we see Alex Haig testing out the drift track there, tucking in the slipstream here. See the driver's pulled away a bit. Hayden's just fully white lining at this point, not leaving any room for us to get through. And I really enjoyed this race. It was quite hectic, quite fun. It really gave a good introduction to this day at Three Sisters. Going into the final corner on the last lap, over the line, and Hayden takes the win. That was a really good race there. Well driven from Hayden and the driver in the orange helmet. And with that one, I think we managed to, despite us finishing top 3, I think we all qualified outside the top 7, which is something unique about this format. It makes it shuffle around quite a bit. You know, you could be at the back, you can get a good lap and you can qualify. But without further ado, let's get into Heat 3. Now jumping into Heat 3, off the line, starting in P7. Get a pretty good go off the line, not making up any positions and not losing any, that's a big plus. Going into this one, my goal going into it was to work with Saul. As you can see, Saul ahead is in KART 7, which you may remember is the kart that I gapped everyone in the first heat and won by about 3 seconds. And I knew it was quite a quick kart, and Saul's a good driver, so he'll be able to work that kart, and as long as he doesn't get taken out, he should be winning this race. So my goal was hopefully to stick with him and follow him when he gets the moves done. As he gets caught out there, I'm kind of forced to go around the outside here. Not really forcing the overtake, but I just had to place my kart there. Fortunately, Colin gets caught out as well, and I kind of have to go into the back of him as well, and that lets Lewis and Saul back through. And now my goal in this one was to make sure I finished ahead of Hayden. So basically, after my P1 in the first heat and my P3 in the second heat, I was leading in points going into this race, and I think I had to finish I had to make sure Hayden didn't finish more than one position ahead of me. If he finished more than one position ahead of me, that would give him the win. And I think if he finished one position ahead of me, we would have been tied on points. But I have a faster lap, so I'd probably take the win. So my goal was obviously to finish ahead of Hayden right now, and that would give me the win. However, I had just seen this kart get pulled out of the mechanics bay recently. It's one of the newer karts, and the driver in the lightweight race managed to go from like top 5 to finish, I think 16th and 5 seconds off the kart in front of him. But looking back, the kart wasn't too bad. I was going to the back of Saul a bit there, not really intentional, just carried a bit too much speed. But yeah, the kart wasn't too slow. Maybe it was a bit cold when the driver had it, but it did feel a bit sluggish, especially on the coming out of the corners. Now you can see a couple laps later, Saul's managed to make some moves and he's gone up to P2 there. However, we weren't able to follow him through, and my goal was just to make the moves by myself now. Now I've got Hayden right behind us here. I was hoping Hayden would work together with us here, and hopefully we can make some moves together, as we still got plenty of time left in this race. Now unfortunately, going to the last corner there, my momentum got a bit halted by the driver's ahead, and that allowed Hayden through around the outside. Now I wasn't really too fussed about this, as he's just right in front of me. I was happy to work together with him, as we still had a lot of time left. Now unfortunately, at this point my GoPro decided it had enough, but basically what happened is Saul managed to take the win by a few seconds, and he also took fastest lap of the class overall. I think Hayden finished in P3 and I finished in P5. So basically the top 3 overall of the podium were Hayden in P1, me in P2 and Saul in P3. The 3 Le Mans teammates from the weekend before. So I really enjoyed that podium with the boys. Big congrats to them as well. They smashed it out there, especially Hayden. Couldn't really keep up with him in some places, but it is what it is. I enjoyed it. Into the next race, we'll be going to Tamworth. Hopefully I should get that video out for you soon, and my goal is to go one step further. We'll be against a harder group of drivers, but make sure to stay tuned, like, subscribe, do all that, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.